Today on Music du Jour, we're featuring the wonderful music of Mr. Harry Warren. Harry Warren? Who the hell is Harry Warren, you say? Ha! Have you ever heard of a song called 42nd Street? Have you ever heard of a song called Chattanooga Choo-Choo? Well, have you? Have you ever heard of a song called Jeepers Creepers? Have you ever heard of a song called At Last? Have you ever heard of a song called That's Amore? Have you ever heard a song called Lullaby of Broadway? I could go on. In the heart of little old New York, you'll find a thoroughfare. It's the part of little old New York that runs into Times Square. A crazy quilt that Wall Street Jack built. If you've got a little time to spare, I want to take you there. Come and meet those dancing feet. Welcome the melody of 42nd Street. Hear the beat of dancing feet. It's a song I love, the melody of 42nd Street. Little nifties from the 50s, innocent and sweet. Sexy ladies from the 80s who are indiscreet. They're side by side, they're glorified. Where the underworld can meet the elite, 42nd Street. Hear the beat of dancing feet. That's the song I love, the melody of 42nd Street. Hear the beat of dancing feet. It's the song I love, the melody of 42nd Street. Little nifties from the 50s who are indiscreet. Sexy ladies from the 80s who are indiscreet. They're side by side, they're glorified. Where the underworld can meet the elite. Naughty, gaudy, bawdy, sporty, 42nd Street. 42nd Street. All right, everybody, welcome to Music du Jour. This is your host, Casey MacGill, strumming your way with a wonderful song called 42nd Street. There it is. And you can see on the cover, let's see, here's starring Warner Baxter, who plays the director of the musical, in the musical, and a very young Ginger Rogers. Unfortunately, she's got a little scratch on the picture there. But it's a wonderful film if you ever get a chance to see it. And in the late 70s, it was turned into a hit musical on Broadway that collected a whole bunch of the songs of the guy who wrote that last one, Harry Warren. It's time to call your attention to one of our great songwriters who unfortunately never got the publicity that the Gershwins and Cole Porter received. And that may have had to do with the fact that he spent several years in the trenches at Warner Brothers out in Hollywood, cranking out fantastic hits for their Busby Berkeley musicals. This was a Busby Berkeley musical here, and I'm just going to show you a little sampling of some of the tunes that he wrote. Here's Lullaby of Broadway, isn't that great? Gold Diggers of 35, and Petting in the Park from Gold Diggers of 33. This one goes out to, I'm going to do a little bit of this. This goes out to my friend John Reynolds, who sang this with our group Mood Indigo, much to the delight of audiences everywhere. Petting in the park, bad boy. Petting in the dark, bad girl. What you doing, honey? I feel so funny. Petting in the park with you. Petting on the slide. Oh my. Acting kinda shy. Oh why? Huddle up a little. Huddle up a little. Huddle up and whisper this. Petting in the Park, 1933, Busby Berkeley. Isn't this a cute cover? I love that. And here's another one. This is one that I've been doing for a long time, and it's a personal favorite of mine. Look at that lovely cover. This is an airbrush special by one of our favorite, I believe this is Ben Harris. Ben Harris did this one. And George and Ben Harris, two great sheet music cover artists. This one's from 1931, and this was in a Broadway review called Billy Rose's Crazy Quilt, and goes like this. It was a lucky April shower. It was the most convenient door, and I found $1 million baby in the 5 and 10 cent store. The rain continued for an hour. I hung around for 3 or 4. All around $1 million baby from the 5 and 10 cent store. She was selling China babe. And when she made those eyes, I kept on buying China until the crowd got wise. If you get caught out in a shower, just step inside my cottage door and meet the $1 million baby from the 5 and 10 cent store. She was selling China babe. And when she made those eyes, I kept on buying China until the crowd got wise. If you get caught out in a shower, step inside my cottage door and meet the $1 million baby from the 5 and 10 cent store. All right. That was $1 Million Baby by Harry Warren. And here's a copy of that sheet music from 1931. And the lyrics are written by Mort Dixon, who partnered with Harry on some tunes. Harry's most famous lyricist partner was Al Dubin, who did a lot of the great hits from the Busby Berkeley musicals for Warner Brothers back in the 30s. And after Al disappeared, there were some other fantastic lyricists that stepped in to take his place. Johnny Mercer did a couple of tunes with him. He did Jeepers Creepers, which I've played a number of times on the show. And then Matt Gordon, who had some other partners in Tin Pan Alley and in Hollywood. He partnered with Harry, and they wrote this tune here, Chattanooga Choo-Choo. Isn't that great? And I'll tell you what, it's had to be a great tune to survive this movie. And Glenn Miller was in the movie, Sonia Henney, stinker, and John Payne, who was a handsome lad. And then here's another one, another Glenn Miller movie, and look at this, At Last. And this song had a whole nother life when Etta James recorded it in the early 60s. Fantastic. I'm going to attempt to play that one for you right now. And then, don't worry, my ukulele friends, I'm going to go back and play another song on the uke after this. But right now, here's a little bit of At Last. my love has come along, and my lonely nights are over. Life is like a song, at last the skies above are blue, and my heart was wrapped in clover the night that I looked at you. I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that I have never known. I found a thrill to press my cheek to, thrill that I have never known. You smiled, and once again the spell was cast, and here we are in heaven, 'cause you are mine at last. Isn't that a great tune? At Last. Harry Warren and Matt Gordon. Wow, what a great song. You know, Harry Warren wrote so many great hits. There's a wonderful little film clip on YouTube, and it's with two really talented entertainers, the singer Ruth Etting and one of the all-time great innovators, probably one of the first people to really play jazz guitar, Mr. Eddie Lang. And it's fantastic getting to see Eddie on camera playing his guitar. There's not very much film footage of him. And they're doing a Harry Warren song called Crying for the Carolines. By the way, I just want to show you, I collect old sheet music, and this is one manila folder. This is Harry Warren sheet music from about 1922 to 1935, right here in this. And then folder number 2, 1936, all the way up through the late 1950s. And he also did another railroad song on the with Judy Garland on the Atchison, Topeka, and the Santa Fe. And later in life, he did, I don't have a copy of it here. He did that great tune that Dean Martin sang, That's Amore. So it's just fantastic, all of the wonderful songs that Harry Warren wrote. And I think I'm going to play you out with, I changed my mind. I'm going to play a little bit of Jeepers Creepers. Let's see, what else do we have? Yeah, Lullaby of Broadway. Just a lot of show and tell here today. Anyway, this is one that Harry collaborated with Johnny Mercer, and it was from a movie called Going Places, and it featured Louis Armstrong and Maxine Sullivan, and Armstrong sang this song to a horse, and the name of the horse was Jeepers Creepers, a racehorse. So anyway, goes like this. I don't care what the weatherman says when the weatherman says it's raining. Never hear me complaining. I don't care if the sun don't shine. I don't care where the weather vane points when the weather vane points to gloomy. doesn't mean nothing to me when your eyes look into mine. Jeepers, creepers, where'd you get those peepers? All those weepers, where'd you get those eyes? Gosh, oh, get up, how'd they get so lit up? Gosh, oh, get up, how they hypnotize. Golly, golly gee, when you turn them heaters on, woe is me. Got to put my cheaters on. Jeepers, creepers, where'd you get them peepers? Oh, those beepers, where'd you get those eyes? In the morning, where'd you get those eyes? Ba-diddle-da-da, ba-diddle-da-da, ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-diddle-da-da, ba-diddle-da-da. Where'd you get those eyes? Ba-diddle-da-da, ba-diddle-da-da, ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-diddle-da-da, ba-diddle-da-da. Out to hypnotize. La-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, la-da. Where'd you get those eyes? Oh, where'd you get those eyes? I said, where did you get those jeepers, jeepers, creepers, creepers? Where did you get those eyes? Those eyes. Jeepers Creepers, Harry Warren and Johnny Mercer from 1938. Also, I want to recommend a wonderful recording of the Mills Brothers performing that song. I quoted them a little bit there in that little vocal riff that I was doing. That's one of their licks that they perform. Fantastic, fantastic group. Actual brothers. And there's some really good film footage of them on YouTube. One of the brothers unfortunately died in 1936, but then their father came in and sang with them for a number of years. And they're just a wonderful, wonderful singing group. In fact, Dean Martin said that his main influence was Harry Mills, one of the singers in that group. So we're celebrating the music of Harry Warren today, one of America's great songwriters. And I'm going to take off here shortly, but I wanted to just mention that if you're feeling flush and generous and like celebrating, you can celebrate with a little deposit into our virtual receptacle of gratitude. And that is, the links for it are in the comments section. We've got a Venmo and we've got a PayPal. So either one of those works great. And also we want to thank everybody who has given in the past. And for those of you out there who are not prepared to donate today, that's perfectly okay. We recommend you go to YouTube and subscribe to the channel. And if you do the thing where you ring the bell, you'll be notified of upcoming shows. We've got a great cocktail hour coming up on Thursday, March the 4th, okay? And my musical guest is the fantastic Mr. Orville Johnson. In fact, I don't know if I have a copy of that. I don't. But we did an album together called Hawaii of My Dreams. And Orville is a fantastic dobro player, and he's a wonderful singer, too. And he also has written some really great original tunes. So I recommend you come visit on Thursday, March 4th, and it's at 7 p.m. Pacific time, okay? 7 o'clock, Thursday, March 4th, Orville Johnson. We'll also be playing Tacoma Squares, that fantastic Tacoma quiz show that everyone's talking about. And we're going to also have a celebrity bartender who is going to mix us up a lovely libation. So we don't want you to miss that. The cocktail hour, 7 p.m., Thursday, March 4th, okay? Anyhow, thank you so much for tuning in today. And I'll play you out with a little bit of $1 Million Baby. And come back and join us on another afternoon at 12:30. I'm holding forth here around 12:30 Pacific time. She was selling China, babe, and when she made those eyes, I kept on buying china until the crowd got wise. If you get caught out in a shower, step inside my cottage door and meet the $1,000,000 baby from the 5 and 10 cent store. See you next time.